In this tutorial I will play a simplified version of Happy Birthday. There is a slightly more difficult version on my channel suitable for intermediate players. This version is suitable for beginners or those who are fairly new to the guitar. In this version we play the melody on the top E string, the very thinnest string on guitar. We also play some bass notes on the low E string, on the A string and on the D string. If you require to simplify this tab further, simply don't play any of the bass notes. Just play all the notes on this top E string, and this will give the recognisable Happy Birthday melody. So there are really three different levels with this piece. Simplest, only play the very top skinny string. Slightly more difficult, we play the top string plus the bass notes. Intermediate level, there is another tutorial which shows you how to play a more complex version of this piece. So let's get started. We begin with open string played twice. The top E string played twice, just like that. Then we need to place our finger on the second fret of the top E string, and while we play that note we also play the open A string like so. And then we release the fretted note, so we play an open string on the top E string. Then we move up to fret number 5, and then we drop down to fret number 4. And when we play fret number 4, we need to play the low E string on the guitar, the thickest string. This is the first line of the Happy Birthday melody. If I play that again, 2 open strings, second fret, and we play the A string as well. Release the fretted note, move up to fret number 5, down to fret number 4, and when we play fret number 4 we play the low E string also. And that's the first melodic section. One thing I would like to mention is it's an aspect of performance rather than the notation or the tab. You may have noticed already that when I have to play a melody note on the very thinnest string and one of the bass notes, I don't always play these simultaneously. For example, the very first phrase, I tend not to play the A string and the second fret at the same time. I tend to play it like this. The reason I do this is because it sounds more musical. From a technical standpoint, it may actually be easier for beginners not to have to play these notes simultaneously. So you can concentrate on playing the bass note and then the melody note. Obviously you can't play them as far apart as I did there. That's more like it. So you may have noticed that in the tutorial so far, and you may well notice it in the performance that you're going to hear. The second section, again, it begins with 2 open E strings. Again, we depress the second fret. This time we don't play the A string, we play the E string, the lowest string. And then we release and play the open string. Then we move up to fret number 7. Then we drop down to fret number 5 and we play the open A string as well. So what that section should sound like is 2 open strings, second fret down, play the low E string, open string again, up to fret number 7, down to fret number 5 while playing the A string. Now in the next section we have to get quite busy up in the higher frets. I hope your guitar has got markers on. Double dots is the fret number 12, and that's an important fret to know. Everything else you're just probably going to have to count. On my guitar actually has no markers. These are little dots that I made so that people can see which fret I'm fretting. But on acoustic guitars it's common to have fret 5, fret 7. Sometimes you'll get fret 9 and fret 3. So the last part of this Happy Birthday melody, again we begin with 2 open strings of the E string. Now we're all the way up to fret number 12. Fret number 12 on my double dots. On a classical guitar, fret number 12 will be where the body meets the neck. And often on a classical guitar, you've got some dots on the side, even if you don't have any dots on the actual fretboard itself. So we fret the 12 and we play the open A string. Then we drop down to fret number 9, drop down to fret number 5, fret number 4 while playing the open D string, that's this string here, and then down to fret number 2. So what that part sounded like was 2 open strings, fret number 12 with an A string, slide down to fret 9, down to fret 5, down to fret 4, and we play the D string, and then we move down to fret 2. Now you may notice that I am really using just one finger for all these notes. When we're beginning, that's fine. As we progress in guitar, we want to employ more of our fingers for the purposes of just playing this tune in a recognisable form. One finger is fine for just now. Now the very, very last section, fret 10, we play it twice. Move down to fret number 9 with playing the E string also. Away down to fret number 5, up to fret 7. The very, very last note is fret 5 and the open A string. And what I shall do now is I will play this through very slowly, showing the tab on screen, and you can follow along and we can play this together. What you can do is you can just concentrate on playing the notes on the E string as I mentioned before, just until perhaps you memorise these fret positions a little bit better, and then you can replay this section and add the bass notes when you're more confident. So just play this at whichever level you feel you can achieve at the moment. So the count is 1, 2, and then we go. 1, 2.